Come on. Yes. everybody. Hope that you are well. Hope that everybody's had a good day today even. I cleaned up my computer. I've reset the router. So hopefully, the stream will be a bit quicker this evening and not all blurry and stuff like that. We will have to see how it goes though. I've got my my little thing, my little what's it, you block here a little bit far forward. We'll just move that back before I whack my elbow on it. It's still a bit far forward, but never mind. Tonight, I haven't done any practice at all for Hulky Racing's BTCC Championship that we are going to be running tomorrow. So tonight, I've decided I'm going to do all of the races here. We're going to do it on the racing softs, the racing mediums, the racing hards, and then a final race where everybody can just run whatever tyre they want. And if there is time for another one at the end, then we will do that. While I'm talking, let me put you on the big screen and we'll go and see who is actually out on track. We've got Ollie out on track at the moment. He is in the Laser Tools liveried car. He will be racing tomorrow. Matt Mikey's out there in the Audi TT. I have let people run whatever Gr.4 car they want this evening, so not surprising to see that Mikey is out in that particular car. Libiath is out in the Megane. Again, Libiath won't be racing tomorrow, so in a different car. Those cars are out there to give us a little bit of competition. I think could be quite interesting because these Elantras are very difficult to get the power down around here, I find. Wheels normally doesn't have too much trouble, so I'm glad he's in this evening because I could be looking at some replays later on. Wheels going very well in the Elantra in the championship, and that is the car that he will be running. I'm in my test car. Greg White also will be one to watch. He is in the I think it's a Seat coloured car from back in the day, the yellow and silver. Hulk is in the Pertec Racing car. He will be racing tomorrow. David is in a standard Elantra. Ben Clock is in a very interesting liveried Elantra. Ayumi, whatever that is, I'm not quite sure. So those are the people that we've got in at the moment, and we'll see how we go. We're going to start this one at 3 minutes past. Libya was in your slipstream, Greg, and that Elantra was still pulling away. The Elantra is quite quick if you can get the power down. So it will be interesting. I'm not expecting to do overly well in this one tomorrow. Basically because I've never been good around this track, and this could be one to get myself sorted out maybe. Frenchie, good evening all. I'm in the Louis livery from the Sierra Cosworth. So that is that one. I always get confused because Frenchie 1983 SOS is Ben, who's just come in. Yeah, I didn't realise that was a Cosworth one. Right, let me just come out of there for the moment. So we got 6 minutes to run. At the moment, we've got Wills and Greg, Ollie, David, Mad Mikey, me, Libiath, Hulky, and Ben Clock in the room. Let me just put you back on to spectate. Hulky is in the chat. Good evening, Hulky. We are doing a little bit of a test today as well for Hulky. Least said about that, the better right now. And Libiath and Frenchie, thank you for joining into the chat as well. I could be a little quiet this evening because, as you can probably hear, my asthma is kicking in hugely. It was kicking in quite badly yesterday. If I'm perfectly honest, I was struggling a little bit, and I'm going to see how it goes this evening. Inhaler is at hand, but just my health is all over the place at the moment, as it is for a lot of you out there at the minute. So you know, my thoughts and best wishes are with all of you and all of us. I will say no more than that. Those of you that I've got yourself and friends, family who aren't well at the moment, I know a lot of you reach out to me and let me know what's going on, and I often think about you, even though I don't say it all the time. And yeah, just so many people going through difficult times right now. A couple of things to mention. Rachel is running a competition at the moment on her stream where you can win a rig. It's not the steering wheel and pedals. It's basically the rig, which is the seats and the metal frame. It's a nice one. If you want to head across to her stream at some point, then you will be able to log your name and hopefully go into the draw for that, which I think is happening live next week. And the other thing as well, other bit of news, I did get the Watkins Glen Gr.1 prototype video out that several of you have reached out to me to do. It was interesting. I had to play around with the strategy quite a bit, and it took me a bit of time to get the race done. But it was done. I did win by, well, I actually slowed down at the end just to bring it home, but I could have won by over a minute in the end with the strategy and the tyres, etc. So that video literally went live just before I went live on the live stream. So those of you that are interested in that, that is now out there. Guys, if you haven't already, if you could please smack the like for this video, this live stream. I don't often ask, but it would be lovely to try and get the likes up on these videos and see if we can try and get the algorithm pushing these out and get a few more people watching and hopefully in the lobby. Number one, well, sorry, Ollie's in. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening to you. Yeah, so we'll see how we go. We've got a couple of minutes before we go. Let's just have a little drink of my tea and we will get going in just a minute. Hulky's having problems with his headset. So we have got Wheels Racing, Greg White, Ollie, David, Mad Mikey, me, Libiath, Hulky, and Ben Clock. At the moment, we are on the soft tyres. What I've don't know what happened there. What I've done for this one is to have set up a number of races for those of you that weren't here at the very beginning. Gone too deep there. Where we're going to start on the softs, then we'll go mediums, then we'll go hards, and then I'm going to do a final race where people can go in whatever tyre they wish to go in. And then we'll see how much time we've got at the end of the stream coming up for 11 o'clock. I am probably going to call it a night at 11 tonight, as much as I'd love to get into the daily races and run a little bit later. But I have been struggling a little bit with my breathing today, and well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, how I'm feeling later on. With the daily races, I've done a few laps for the daily race C. I did the daily race B in the lobby last night. I managed to get the fastest lap, which was quite amazing. And the daily race B is quite good on credits, and I could do with some credits because I've got 2 cars to buy to finish the collection. And we can't go 10 past, so let's just come out of there. So I don't know whether to do the daily race B, but I'm told it's really bashy, crashy, and just downright horrible. So the question is, do you do it? Do you not do it? I don't know. Wheels Racing, Greg White, Ollie, David, Mad Mikey, me, Libiath, Hulky, and Ben Clock in this first race of the evening. Let's get into this one and see how we go. My heart always goes in my mouth when I see that image, because I see the carousel and I think, oh crikey, I've loaded up the wrong race. Of course I haven't loaded up the wrong race at all. Right, rolling start. So I'll leave the handbrake alone. In the first meeting I kept putting handbrake on, and of course that was then meant that I was really late off the line. That's Ben with the Cosworth livery that he was talking about earlier on. Whoa! Sorry, Ben. It just came across in front of me. I caught me out a little bit. Caught between three of us here. I think I've just pushed somebody off. Just going to let Mikey through. I think Hulky, Mikey and I were 3 wide there, and I took Mikey out, I think. Let's just let him through, fall to the back. Thankfully I didn't kill his race, but I sort of had nowhere to go there. As Hulky said, guys, please put your radars on and use your radars. There was a lot of pushing. I think it was last week or the first week that we ran, and we do need to be very aware of where people are. I was aware that Mikey was on the outside of me there, but fortunately, when you're in the middle in a threesome, it's a bit difficult to know where to go. But I did tell you I wouldn't be very good around here. We've got 10 laps, so got plenty of time. Boy, oh boy, isn't it getting warm? Isn't it getting warm? I've even left one of my my What City shirts, one of my racing shirts off, because they're like poly, whatever it is, polyurethane or some. It doesn't breathe very well anyway, and you get really hot and sweaty. So I've gone for one of my more breathable cotton shirts to try and just stay cool. Fan is on. Annoyingly, I can't leave the window open because all the lights in here, it brings the bugs in. As you can see, I'm going to struggle in this one tomorrow. It doesn't look like anybody's really getting away here, but I am 3.5 off the lead at the moment. Libby just dropping to the back a little bit there. Not sure what that's about. I need a slipstream. Boy, do I need a slipstream. Not getting one though. Oh, that's Hulky in the gravel. I'm going to treat this like a championship race, so I'm not going to wait tonight. Looks like Greg has fallen back as well a little bit in this one. Really hard to get the power down cleanly. Oh. Greg and Libby have just getting into each other there. Not sure whether I should be coming out these corners in second or third. Just trying to pick up a slip off of Greg. Not getting much of a slipstream, if I'm honest. Whole load of wheels spin in second gear. This little group very much together. Ben's out front at the moment. Just wondering when people are going to start making moves. When those moves might come. Get shifted. Just trying to hang on to the back of these guys at the moment. Just falling back a little bit at the moment. Dear, where's the problem when it's this close racing? As soon as you fall back a little bit, it's very difficult to close up again. Ben Clock, Wheels and Ollie out front. There you 1, 2, 3. We're on lap 4 of 10. Not going to need to worry about tyre pit stops or anything. Wondering when people are going to start making their moves and whether any incidents will start to kick off at that time. Libiath and I just seem to be falling away at the moment. 3 seconds off the leaders. Libiath with a half-second penalty through the chicane by the looks of things. So we've gone 5 seconds, half a second faster, but we're still no closer to these guys up front. I mean, everybody's there or thereabouts at the moment. Big old group of cars. And it's been like this for 5 laps now. I need to watch track limits. Wheels has hit the front. Wheels, Mad Mikey and Ben Clock at the moment. I'm on gravel. That's me out of it. Won't catch them now. Ah! It's a shame. We were right there with them. And I just got a bit of understeer. Pushed me on a little bit, and then I just lost out just slightly. .8 behind. Libiath with the half-second penalty. So Liviath is going to drop back a little bit as well now. We need a really, really good run through here. I've off the lead now. Wheels out front. Poor old Hulky still 9.5 back. There are not a lot of mistakes being made in this one, if I'm honest. It's extremely close. Just working really hard to try and catch up with those guys up front at the moment. Oh, that was really wide. Very, very wide indeed. Liviath dancing on the grass there. I thought that was going to be an off. I got that all completely wrong, that angle. So we have got a slipstream, but it's not working. Wheels Matt Mikey running away at the front, and then just behind you've got this little gaggle of cars being led by Ben, I think, at the moment. And they are really nose to tail. Pushing myself to try and catch them. Purple by 10th, I think that was. Liviath looking for a way up the inside. That's never going to end well. Oh, I got into the back of Ollie there. Thank you, Jake. Got my orange egg. I've had it for 3 days. You're on a diet, you keep telling me. Oh, sorry, Ollie. I'm trying very hard to stay with Ollie here so that we can do a bit of bump drafting. See if we can get onto the back of these guys up front, but Ollie is just too quick. Oh! Trying to bump him to help, not hinder. It's quite difficult around here. So that's one of the lessons I've learned. Is working with somebody is not the easiest thing in the world to do. Because by the time you've caught them, you're into a corner. I think it's got Ollie back onto the back of Liviath. But can I stay on the back of Ollie? We're on lap 8. Oh, Rachel, thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate that. I did mention your little competition earlier on the stream, and also I have dropped a note in our Discord as well. So I'll be mentioning it on the streams over the next few days leading up to the draw. When's the draw? Is it this coming Friday or next Friday? Friday week. I'm assuming Friday week, but I wasn't quite sure. But for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, of course, Rachel is doing a giveaway to celebrate 1,000 subscribers, which is a rig frame and seat. Very nice one indeed. And all you got to do is jump into her video, leave your name, keep your fingers crossed. Whoa. Rachel, if you want to leave a little link to your video in there, feel free, so people can find it. God, it's getting awfully hot in here. Let's give Ollie a little helping hand through that corner. Come on, Ollie. Let's get on this. I knew he was going to get a penalty for that. He was all over the curb. Number 10. Tell you what, if this race is anything to go by, whoa, just caught Ollie there. It's going to let Libya back through. If this race is going to be anything to go by, tomorrow is going to be insane. Oh! Got caught up in the middle again. Just let Ben enough room on the outside there. This has been a really hard race. I cannot lie. Wills, Matt, Mikey and David out front. I had to drop right the way to the back at the beginning of this one. Twice I've got caught between cars. So that is something I'm going to have to watch out for tomorrow and for the rest of the night, is I don't get caught in a threesome. Threesomes are not good. We've managed to claw our way back to fourth. Whew. Pleased with that. Pleased with that. Yeah, Rachel, thank you so much for the $4.99. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whew. Poor old Hulky got roughed up a little bit in that one too, I think. Oh, Rachel, you're more than welcome. More than welcome. Woo! It's nice when a streamer is able to do that. Oh boy! I'd save and share the replay. As I said, I might not be talking quite as much tonight because I am a little bit out of breath and struggling for breath a little bit. And one of the other things I am going to do very, very quickly is I am going to open up this window because it is so warm in here tonight. It's unreal. We'll just open that up a little bit and then we'll just close the blind. I don't know how much air will come through from the blind. Right. Whew. It's just uploading. Oh, just got back in my seat as it finished. Good timing. Right, your winner was Wills. Oh, we had a 1 second penalty at the end there. A 2:05.8, and scanning down, that is a wicked time. A really, really good time. Matt Mikey in second in the TT with a 2:06.077. David in third with a 2:06.990. I got fourth after coming back through the pack after putting Mikey onto the outside of the corner. I think it was somebody on the inside of me, three of us. We do need to use the radars, guys. But Mad Mikey, great recovery back to second. I'm pleased with fourth. A big battle I have with Libiath, who was in fifth, and Ben Clock in sixth, and Greg, who came in eighth behind Ollie in that one. And then Hulky, unfortunately, off the back after having that incident at the start that killed his race. Wills, Mad Mikey and David, and mine was not without its issues. I think I was in the gravel as well at one point. Right, we'll head off into race number 2 now, and we are on racing medium tyres for this one. Now I just need to double check something in here to make sure that I'm not, yeah, there's no mandatory tyres, because as you can see, oh boy, this is going to be a wet one. Now, I am going to enter. I am just going to let people know that we are going to start this race. Is going to be starting at 2:15, because we are all going to need a little bit of work in this one. Warrior Bismarck, hi everyone. Popped in to say hi and watch a bit of quality racing. Thank you very much. Let's go to track. Oh, you can't even see that white line there. That is wet, my friends. This is going to take some concentration, this race, I tell you. It's so dark, even the lights are picking out the stands. Whoa, gone too deep into there. Good evening, Banana Head. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to work with the tyres. If I'm honest, because I haven't got mandatory tyres on. I think we're okay. But we'll find out later on, because I'm not going to be pitting, I'm going to go around. Whoa, that rain is coming down. All right, okay, so, 1:45 I said, didn't I? Yeah, so we've got a little bit of time. Do you know what, I want to get out of the car now and just jump out in the rain and cool off a bit. That'd be rather nice, wouldn't it? Temperature is building here in Northamptonshire at the moment. I think we've got some humid and possibly some wet weather tomorrow, and then leading into the weekend, oh boy, it's going to be warm. Banana Head, good evening. If I didn't say good evening before. Whoa, tell you what, dirty tyres, and this thing just wants to rotate. Woo! Car dancing in third gear through there, under power. Oh, and the same in fourth. I've got no grip whatsoever on these tyres. Is anybody going to be clever enough to go on the inters? I wonder. Could be an interesting one. I think you can safely say there's going to be some bumps in this one. I'm not quite sure how Hulky's going to manage the stewarding of this tomorrow. As you know, some people are going to slide into other people. Of course, nobody's looking at me. I wouldn't do such a silly thing. Probably going to be me. It's going to do all the sliding. Ollie with a 2:23.5. I've just done a 2:22.9. He doesn't count. He's only an outlet. Ollie's just had a heart attack. How did Mitchell go that fast, he was saying? It's going to be pandemonium into the first couple of corners, I tell you. Unless people are careful, it's going to be interesting. So we're definitely wet weather tyres, aren't we? I think we've got to be a bit crazy to try inters in this weather. The thing is that the weather gauge is only just in the wet. I think if somebody was really, really good at racing in the wet, I'm just wondering whether the inters might be an interesting shout in this one. You can see the wipers going. I won't keep it on the track in that view. I will definitely crash in this view if I was to race in this one. Not only that, but you can't see who is behind you or to the left of you or anything in this view. It's terrible. I mean, the interior mirror, I'm basically looking at the scenery on the left of the car. I can't see either of the mirrors. I suppose there's a tiny little slither on the left-hand side mirror, but no, that's not for me, my friend. That was the only bit of windscreen wipers that you're going to see tonight, Tom. That's it. For those of the guys that are running in this year, of course, they will have the windscreen wipers going at the bottom of the screen. Again, this is the view that I very much struggle with. So we'll be going with this one. 43, we're going to go racing in 2 minutes. Just under 2 minutes. I'm 2 seconds off the pace at the moment. Wheels hitting the front again. But I have a feeling this race is all going to be about staying out of trouble. I really do. Slightly faster, but nowhere near fast enough. Oh, somebody's been through the gravel there. And there, and I've just gone through too. We're into 2:21.329. .45 it is. Let's just see what we've done. Slow up, 2:24. Whoa, we're gonna struggle in this one. Who we got? We have got Wheels Racing, Greg White, Ollie, David, Mad Mikey, me, Libya, Hulky, and Ben. And we have got everybody in the Elantra with the exception of Mikey, who is in the Audi. Oh, right. Let's see how we go. Ollie's just saying he loves this. However, Ollie normally hates the rain. The one place you don't want to be is on the outside of that one. Tomorrow, I hope I'm going to line up on the right-hand side of the track. If that's all possible. It'll be pot luck, of course. Whoa. Nearly followed Ben off there. Whoa, follow Ben off into the gravel. Fastest man on the track behind me. Oh dear, somebody's just dived off to one side there. I think that was Mikey. I don't know what all that was about, but hope everything's okay. This is hard work. Oh, sliding around all over the place. Well, that was a bit iffy. Had to go between the two guys taking a penalty. One was on the racing line and one was off. Thought I might have taken Ben out there. Right, Ollie and Greg out front. I don't know what's up with Ollie. He doesn't normally race well in the wet. He's obviously been doing a lot of wet weather racing practice, I think. Because he's going really, really well at the moment. bit sliding there again. Across the Astro. Got to be a little bit careful on that Astro normally. William got a run on Ollie. Boy, this is 3 out of 10. I feel like I've done 10 laps already. Wheels is going for a move down the inside. Oh, I got us caught on the puddle there and slid massively. Wheels not quite able to get past Ollie. Oh. Wow, 21 watching, that's amazing. If everybody was to like, we might get close. Only 10 likes. There you go, Rachel, there's 11 of them out there don't like me. I can hear them all saying, Mitch, we'll only hit the like button if you win this one. Well, I'm trying. Didn't quite get the chicane right through there that time. Greg White has got past Ollie. I think I said it was Wheels up front, isn't it? It's Greg up front. My brain not working again, I'm afraid, guys. I apologise to Greg and to Wheels for messing that up. Oh, this is sliding. It's actually like being on ice, this weather. Very, very slippery indeed. Ollie and I both going out very wide through that one. Dirty tyres now. So we'll break a little bit earlier. Two and a half away from the two guys up front. Well, 2.5 from Greg and 1.9 from Ollie. So that's only growing. Trying to get the power down hard. David behind me going well. He's closing, and he's got Wheels right behind him. I've got two of the quick guys behind. Pulling away to the guys up front. But we might have been in touching distance at one point, not now. Come on, get round. So I'm quiet because I'm A, I'm out of breath. B, I'm trying to concentrate. So Greg has got the fastest lap here. He's out front and leading. Still 3.5. ahead of me. I'm trying everything I can just to go faster and faster and faster. But I've got wheels bearing down on me behind. Here he comes. Oh, he's gone too deep. Or have I gone too shallow? Felt that he'd gone a bit deep into there. I really need to let wheels through and then follow him. This is so much quicker than me. But if I let wheels through, I've got David's going to be chasing me down too. And it'll probably be one car through, two cars through, gone too deep into there. That should be wheels through now, I think, going into this corner. Drive that wheels gets off the corners. Wheels, don't forget the pit for those tyres. You don't want to get a 1 minute penalty. Still got David chasing me behind. Way too close for my liking. Turned. Whoa. The pressure from David behind at the moment is immense. There's no way that I'm going to catch the guys up front, but just trying to keep David behind at the moment. It's proving difficult. It's terribly slow out of there. Tyre's still spinning. We do have the yellow flag spinning, the green flag flying, I mean. Not yellow at all, it's green. Can't even get my colours right, I'm concentrating that much at the moment. Whether there's been an incident or somewhere, I don't know. But green flags, green lights everywhere. Once again, David closes and got this the front of this car all lit up and wheels spinning like crazy. Whoa! Wheels went deep there. Come on, get round, get round, get round. David's car is in corner of mine. I've got the black line showing through that corner, showing that he's right there. What I'm trying to do is just hold my lines. Still got a long way to go yet. I don't think anybody has done intermediate tyres. I think it would be very, very difficult on Inters. See wheels in front of me, but it's still 3.5, 4 seconds down the road, even though it looks closer. It isn't. I wish he was. I wish that David wasn't quite as close. He's back into slip. Come on, get round. I have a feeling that David is going to come flying by in a minute. I can see lights behind him too. It looks like there's a whole gaggle of cars actually behind him. It'd be great to bring this home for fourth, but I've got a funny feeling that David's going to have something to say about that. Runs, big old slide there in third gear. Here he comes. I might have to settle for fifth. There's no point me fighting, he's all over the back of me. All I've got to hope is that he goes after the guys in front and makes a mistake. Although, it looks like he went a bit deep into that one. I wasn't quite expecting to come out of that corner ahead. Status quo is resumed, except not out front. They're 5, 6 seconds down the road now, those guys. Oh, can't look at the chat right now. David. One lap left. Can we hold him off? Who knows? Johnny, good evening. Just set up your YouTube account. Good man, Johnny Cup. Johnny Cakes. Johnny Cakes, get it right. I can't read the name, but if I remember rightly, you were Johnny Cakes, if I remember. I only remember that because Joe was making cakes at the weekend. Well, a cake at the weekend. Or maybe it's Johnny Cake. I can't remember. And I can't look for the minute. Or was it Johnny Cupcakes? I can't remember. I can't remember. I'm making it worse, aren't I? Let me have a quick look when I can. I can't look now. David, making a look for the inside. He's like all over the back of me at the moment. Time is running out for him. He's right there. Go straight to the apex. Get it rotated around. Very, very difficult to overtake, I think, if the car in front is just taking the racing line. But you will have been watching, you'll know I'm quick, you'll know I'm slow. I'm pretty sure he will make his move in a moment. Here's a good run down here, a very, very good run. He's a good chicane. He's still there. Oh no, I'm on the grass. We'll cover the inside line here and just see if we can get a run to the line. Oh, what a hard race that was. Oh, wow. David really casing me right the way to the end there. That was as hard as you like. Pretty sure that David had a much faster car than me. No, he didn't have a much faster car. He was driving it much faster than me. Get my words right. Oh, that was hard. That was very, very hard indeed. Hulky, what are you doing to us tomorrow? I don't think I've got another one in me, let alone another two. Johnny C, hard race, really, really hard race. And David with a thumbs up, massive thumbs up. You were all over me. Good night, my friend. See you tomorrow night. All I'll say is don't forget your wet tyres. Those of us that have got spare cars need to make sure that we put the right tyres on. Oh, Hulky, I think you're trying to kill me, mate. I really, really do. Oh. Greg was your winner. 2:21.7. Wheels with the fastest lap at 2:21.387. And then Ollie in third with a 2:21.9. I got fourth. David fifth. A mega battle between the two of us right the way to the line. Libyath in sixth. Ben Clock in seventh. Hulky in eighth. Mad Mikey with a DNF on that one. He had to disappear very, very quickly. Right, okay. Hopefully now we're going to be back to the dry races. Hopefully dry. Oh, hello, Nico. Good evening. He says, Mitchy, Mitchy, Mitch. Okay. Hard tyres for this one. So, well, when I had this lined up, I was going soft, medium, hard to try and get us into used to the tyres going through the race. But Hulky did throw that one on me literally a few minutes before we went off to race. And, well, now we go from super sticky to super slippery to slightly slippery tyres. Oh. Johnny, are you a registered racer? I don't think you're a registered racer, are you? I think you're going to need to send me a you're going to need to send me an email and get you set up. I need your PSN name, your GT7 name, your YouTube name, and your Discord name. I need all three of those bits of information, and then we can get you in. Email has already been sent. If the email's been sent, let me just have a little look and see. Oh, let's see if I've got it. Got it. What I'll do is I've got some checks to make, and I will do I'll get back to you. You're going to need to do the Discord. Without the Discord, you won't get the code, because the code is only available through Discord, and Discord is now a mandatory requirement within the community. So you're going to need. I need just to. I'm going to put you on spectate for the moment because I'm done. So I will get back to you, but let me just take the gloves off. My hands are wringing wet in my gloves, I tell you. Oh. Just remove that, and I'll try. There we go. So yeah, it's going to be interesting with the hard tyres now. And when did I say we were going racing? 20 past, hopefully. 20 past. So 5 minutes. I want to just get out on track for the moment. For those of you that are wondering why Discord is mandatory, A, it builds the community. Secondly, the room code, the lobby code is only shared in Discord. Plus, all of the penalties and that is managed in Discord as well. Plus, I announced the races that we're going to do in each evening so people can get their cars sorted out. So it's not just me being difficult and wanting everybody in Discord. It really is central to everything that we do, and the information that we put in there is key. Obviously, people are welcome to not do Discord, but unfortunately, if you want to race with us, it is required. You can run Discord on your computer, you can run it on your phone, you can run it on your tablet. It's free to use. Like I said, it is very, very central to everything that we do. God, this is nice after the wet tyres. Libiath with a 209.0 and the fastest lap at the moment. Discord isn't money making. I mean, there is obviously paid accounts if you want, but I don't have a paid account. Most of the people that I race with don't have paid accounts. I mean, naturally, Discord need to try and make some money, otherwise they won't be able to host the system, upgrade the software and stuff. So it is nice for those people that do pay for Nitro, but you don't need it. Nothing that I do on Discord would mean that you would need to pay for a Nitro account. Evening, Matt. How you doing? How's life on the channel today? Treating you well, I hope. Right, I'm going to bring this one around the corner. Got nobody behind me. Let's just jump out of there and we'll see who we've got in this one. 7 of us running. Wills, Greg, Ollie, David, me, Libyath and Hulky. Is Hulky watching this one? He's just sorting out his headset. I'm going to give him a few minutes and just see if he comes back. Right. Let's see if Hulky is going to join us. Discord runs in the background. It's a spy software. I've got all sorts of security measures on my machine and it's never ever flagged up as an issue. So, but hey, Johnny, if you don't want to run it, that's fine. There are lots and lots and lots of other communities to go racing in. Not everybody needs Discord. Right, how's Hulky doing? I'm just going to give him a couple of minutes. Oh, Rachel, it would be nice to get to 5,600. It's always the same. When I get to near the 100, getting over the 100 is really hard. I normally go 59, 58, 57, 58, 59, 58, 59, 58, 57, 59. Oh, it does my head in. It does my head in. Hey-ho, that is the way it goes. Any news from any Hulky? How are we doing, my friend? Hulky, Hulky, Hulky. Is there anybody out there? Maybe not. Maybe not. Right. I think I'm going to have to get going. Because we've still got 2 races to do. So Hulky is gonna carry on with this one. Hopefully Hulky will join us in the next one. I know what he'll do. He'll jump in and he'll spectate and learn. Watch and learn, Hulky, and then come and tell me. Right, let's see how we go. Greg White, David, me, Wills and Ollie and Libya. I am the slowest guy in the room. Oh, this is going to be hard. All of the guys in here are quicker than me. Oh, I nearly followed Greg off there. He's dropping to the back. Don't watch the chat. I want to watch the chat, but I can't at the moment. I've got a race. Thank you, Rachel. It has grown, but it's a lot of hard work. I'm not going to lie. A lot of hard work. It's going in the right direction. I've got 5 years and I hope we go full time and explode the channel. But for the minute, I'm enjoying it growing just the way that it is. Got a great bunch of guys that I race with every night. We have some great racing, which entertains you guys. We just need to try and get the views up now. Quite sure what Johnny's on about there. I'll have a look at that comment a little bit more when I can in a moment. Can't really read it while I'm doing this. That, or you're taking advantage of while it's going is good. I'm not quite sure the context of that. A lot of people have said that the weekend views are better. Unfortunately, I have very busy weekends at the minute. But I do have a very, very long-term plan for this channel. Basically, I am 60 next year and planning on working till I'm 65, and then hopefully, if this has grown enough, we'll be doing daily races during the day and then this in the evening. That will be my plan, and then just try and build it and build it and build it. And then as it builds, all sorts of exciting stuff might come out of it. Get-togethers, doing things for different people, giving back to the community. We've done a little bit of that already, but I want to do a lot more into retirement. So I'm a COVID streamer. What is a COVID streamer? I've never heard that before, that saying. I was actually working all over COVID myself. Didn't have a day off. Rachel, I was thinking exactly the same thing. But let's not go there, my friend. Let's not go there. Right, where are we? Those guys are catching me. Libyath is at 0.7 behind now. I need to stop looking at the chat and go racing. They're all catching. I told you, they're all quicker than me. Banana Head's just asking about full force on GT. I don't quite, Tom, I'm not quite sure what you mean. We've got true force in Gran Turismo 7, not in PMR yet, that I'm aware of. I have got to check out the latest update, which I haven't done because I've just been so busy. But we've got true force, has been in Gran Turismo forever. And that's assuming you're talking about Logitech. He's through now. Where are we? 4 out of 10. Oh, these are long races. I'm assuming COVID streamer is somebody that decided to stream because they weren't working during lockdown and they were on furlough. And no, I'm not one of those. I was working all the way through COVID, and the only reason I started streaming was because I was documenting my progress in Gran Turismo 7, and then I got into lobby racing because I got into all sorts of grief with the daily races and fell out of love with them, and a group of guys said, can you open up a lobby and we'll come race with you? And I did that, and I've never looked back. Right, come on Ollie and Wills, where are you? I shouldn't have said that, it's only lap 5. There's a long way to go yet. God, look at those lap times. I mean, Wills is doing a 2:08.6, but I've got a 2:09.4, a 2:09.7 and a 2:09.1. 3 2:09s. One of the things I've been looking for in my racing is consistency. Now, consistency intense would be nice, but I get quite excited just when I get everything within a second of each other. A bit deep into that one. Be taking a lot of time out of me. 3/10 through that corner. I think I'm actually benefiting from a lot of battling going on back there. 5 1/1000ths of a second faster. Ollie closing 1.4 behind me now. Bit deep into there while I'm trying to, I'll brake myself to, and there, that's going to be in the gravel. Whoa, 5,600, woo woo! Thank you to whoever just subscribed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, the lights are flashing on the car behind. Do that tomorrow, Wills, and you'll be in trouble. Come on, get round, get round, get round. Oh, I've got the big man behind me now. Oh bit deep into there too. And just sweep across the track in front of Wills. He won't mind. We've got to go super defensive now. Elbows out, Mitch. Elbows out. You need to keep him behind for another 4 laps. Is when you're defending, you're just slower and slower and slower, and that gives the opportunity for the other guys to catch up. So we've got Wills and Ollie behind now. I'm wondering whether it might have been better for me to have let Wills go and for me to have tried to stay with him. Seven. Took the defensive line in there, I didn't really need to. Still setting blue sectors and ice is still all over me. Here comes Wills again. Point 3 up. Right there, looming. Okay, to look up the inside. I don't think there's going to be any way through there. He will know exactly where he's going to come by and when. Probably last corner, last lap. I've kept these guys behind me for 8 laps. Now, to be fair, Greg did drop to the back, and I don't know who else dropped to the back. So that did give me an opportunity to run away at the front for a while. I'm not going to get that opportunity tomorrow. Of that you can be sure. Oh, I've gone off wide. Finally, the intimidation is really kicking in. The nerves are kicking in so fast now. I mean, the adrenaline is pumping, but the nerves are coming. Red Bull doesn't let me do what I just did. You're talking in riddles, my friend. I don't know what you're talking about. Wish I had some Red Bull now. Give me some wings. I might be able to fly a bit quicker. Still got 2 laps to do after this one. When these wheels are going to pounce. It's like having the Grim Reaper behind you. It's like this big scythe, and any moment now it's going to go, oh! I'm going to be dead. Dead meat. Here he comes. Is this the move? I went really deep into that one. Very, 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 very deep. Really fighting for my life up here. Trouble is, Ollie, Wheels is going to come through. Ollie's going to come through. There's a whole load of them there. Wheels has still got that stonkingly fast lap. I'm still defending into that corner. I desperately don't want him putting one up the inside. And that is compromising me because I can't open the corner up as much. There won't be any way through there. Oh my gosh, I'm pulling away. Ooh, interesting. Oh no, I'm not. Momentarily, from what I could see on the delta there, but I haven't got time to look at the deltas. Brown patch, rotate. In the third. Can't think what board I'm looking for. Look at those times, 209, 209, 209, 209. I've got a 210 in there, which is spoiling it. That's really spoiling my OCD right now. Oh, the nerves. The nerves. Come on. Come on. I risked a slightly wider line through there. Now we've got to go defensive. Because this is where Wheels is going to make his move, if he can. Going to get a slipstream down the hill. We've got the chicane and the final corner. Here he comes. Looming large in the rear view mirror. Oh no, I might have cut that. It's a penalty, I think. Oh, please don't give me a penalty right at the end. Cover the inside line, Mitch. On the power. Oh, come on. Straight to the line. Yes! Oh, don't do that. Ow. 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 Oh, don't get excited. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Oh, God. I want to jump up and down. I'm so excited for winning that one. But, no, I can't do that. I might have to sit out on the last one. I tell you, I don't think I can do another one. That has completely done me in. When you're in a battle with those guys, they're so fast, so quick. And we were all on the same tyres as well. All on the same tyres. So, no real advantage to anybody. Yeah, I'm not going to do another one. I won that one, 209.051. Wheels with a 208.341 on the fastest lap in second. Libyath in third with a 208.801. David in fourth. Ollie fifth. Greg in sixth. Some really stiff competition in there, but I got on the top step. Wheels and Libyath behind. Okay, last one of the night, and I'm going to get this one going as soon as everybody's ready. And don't forget your tyres, guys, for this one. William, thought I'd let you have a win because of the 5.6k subs. He let me win, people. He let me win. He let me win. Oh no, I'm going to cry now. I've given myself a stonking headache, backache. I can't breathe. Oh, because Will's letting me win. I can't believe it. That's it. I'm going to ban him. Hulky, Wills is not racing tomorrow. He's banned. He's banned. Tyres, yeah, just whichever you want in this one. I imagine everybody's going to go with the softs, but it's just if anybody does want to practice the harder tyres against the softer tyres, because we don't know what tyres we're going to be running tomorrow. Some people will be running soft, some medium, some hard. So this is an opportunity for people to jump in here and run a different compound of tyre to the others. Johnny, you can't get in, mate. You need you need the code, and the code is only available via Discord. And also I need to run some checks to get you signed up as a registered racer. So for the moment, no, unfortunately, I can't do it on stream because I'm a little bit too busy. Right, so Ollie and Wills are both ready. David, I'm not sure what David's doing. I don't know if he's after a different car. Hulky, are you racing this one? Oh. Let's just see if he's racing. Oh. This is hard work, I tell you. Trying to stay ahead of those guys. And tomorrow, when we're doing it for points, it's going to be a whole different ball game. Hulky, Mitch the Hulky, is there anybody out there? Hulky, 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 are you going to run this one? I'd like him to do another one if we can. But I'm not seeing anything in the chat at the moment. It's so hard racing. For those of you that don't follow me very often, I know we've only got 10 people watching at the moment, but if you are new around here, Wills, Greg, Ollie, David and Libyath are some of the fast racers in our lobbies. So to be able to bring that home was absolutely incredible. I am not seeing Hulky in the room, so I'm going to get going. Don't know what that... Johnny, you're hitting me with all sorts of stuff. I haven't got a clue. I don't know what that means. Don't know what that means. Oh, hang on a minute. Have I started the race? Let's start the race. I'm not hearing from Hulky. Let's go. Let's get going. Let's get going. And I'm going to commentate this one. Am I ticked in? Have I ticked in? Please don't tell me I've ticked in. Oh, my head has gone. My head has absolutely gone. Oh, I am ticked in. Oh. I'm at the back anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Right, let's get some information up on the screen, shall we? Whew. Right, so into the first corner. Gr.x leads everybody away. We've got Wills, then David, then Ollie and Libyath. This is going to be a close race with these guys. This is going to be super close. Good night, Tom. Good night, my friend. Gr.x leading the five of them down into the left, and then the tight right, and then they're going to head down the hill towards the hairpin, and then it will be the climb up the hill, the fastest part of the racetrack. So Will's Racing tucked in behind Gr.x at the moment. This is the view from Will's car. You can see that Ollie's just in the rear view mirror there. That's why I've chosen this view. It's going to brake at the beginning of that Astro. Oh, he's gone a little bit deep. Will's really pushing. Just behind Ollie. So we are 0.6. Gr.x out front at the moment, and Ollie is 0.3 behind, with David 0.4 behind and Libyath 0.6. So it's all fairly even at the moment. Oh, David having a little look up the inside of Ollie on the way into the chicane there. You're never going to be able to do a clean pass there, but he backed out thinking about it again, but he showed Ollie that he's there or thereabouts and he's ready to pounce if necessary. Everybody in the Elantra except for Libyath in this one. Libyath staying in the Megane. Out front, it is Gr.x that is going to lead us across the line to start lap number 2 as we hurtle down towards the first corner, looking for the 50-metre board, hitting the brakes, getting it turned in. There's a right old dip of a bump there, and sometimes it can really upset your car, but we're riding on board with Wills and no such issues for him there. This is a corner where some people go tight, some people go wide on this right-hander that Gr.x is just about to go through, and all of them keeping it. Well, you can see there, Will's slightly wider, Gr.x is slightly tighter, and Ollie a slightly tighter line through there. But these three now locked together. Less than a second between them. 0.826 separates first and third as we hurtle down towards the hairpin for the second time of asking. I tend to brake at the beginning of the curb, go for the apex. You can go for a slightly wider line. You just got to be careful on the exit there. You don't get on that curb and then into the gravel. Up on the curb, sweep across, pick up the inside of this curb, sweep back across to the right hand side. Lovely little sweeping section of the course through, or the track through there. Wills right on the back of Gr.x. Always a bit of a bump into that one. That was a definite push to pass. Oh, Will's backed out of that a little bit early. I would have probably waited until we'd gone round the corner. Will's very eager to give the place back and be able to get onto the back of Greg White and Ollie before he loses too much more time, but that has gifted Ollie first place. Now, can Ollie do anything about breaking away? He's 0.3 ahead of Greg, who's well, he's not. Wills just closed right up on Greg there. I think Wills is practically pushing Greg around the track now, saying, come on, let's get a move on. Wills taking a really, really wide line through that final corner as they come over the line to start number 3. And we're going to head down into that all-important first corner. And then the little complex. Everybody really close. Oh, Will's just having to jink, I think, a little bit there. He got very close to the back of Greg's car. He's going to get the inside through this one. He's going to get the inside all the way through here. But then if Greg can hold the line, he will have the outside for the final part of the corner. He's not going to do it. Wills has got that move made. Greg White opens up the corner a little bit more. Can he get a better drive off the corner? Wills goes deep. I think Greg has got a nice little run, but not quite enough. A few tenths of a second, but not enough to close. These three are fighting. We've got a fight behind as well for David and Libya. They're fighting too. The fight up front could well see David closing in with Libya, although Libya with a half-second penalty for some reason. We didn't see why. It's going to be a track limit, but I'm not sure quite where. Oh, Ollie taking a wider line through that corner. Greg a lot tighter, covering off the inside from Greg White. It's Ollie from Wills from Greg. Once again, my brain is struggling. Getting all my words and positions and everything muddled up. Wills just trying to home in on Ollie. Wills' car just a little bit squirrely through that corner. Greg will have seen that, give him the opportunity to close up. Wills flashing his lights again. I hope Wills doesn't do that tomorrow. He will get into trouble. We're not allowed to do it. You can tonight. Not a problem tonight. Tomorrow, oh, different kettle of fish. There's a few people that have turned off the flashing light, the light button on their controllers to make sure that they don't lose out. Oh, Wills with a beautiful line up the inside of Ollie there. Ollie just went ever so slightly deep. I think he had to lift slightly so as to not get into the gravel. We didn't see the telemetry, but fairly sure that that was a lift as he went slow through there. We're going to be 3 wide into the first corner here. Greg came, I thought Greg was going to come out of that in front. They really are all together. Look at this, 3 wide. Oh my gosh, this is not going to end well. This can't end well. Greg keeping it really tight. Wills on the outside line. Wills having to keep it tight now. The Wills' line compromised as he had to keep that tight with 3 guys side by side through there. I mean, you just got to look at the radar to see we've now 2 by 2 through this corner. And I tell you what, David has got himself right into this, as I thought he might do. So it's now Ollie from Wills, Greg White, and then David in 4th. I tell you what, there is nothing between these guys right now. This is an epic race. Greg takes a look on the inside. Can he get that one done? Just letting Wills know he's there. And all the time, David in the wheel tracks of Wills trying to find a way through there. Could that be a good move from David? I think he might actually, although he has to go a little bit wide. I think that's compromised both David and Greg a little bit into there. Wills and Ollie side by side. Oh, Wills risking everything in this one. He really is. Commentary's on. He wants his name out front. He wants this win. And he's racing really well. 0.2 out front. 0.2 to David behind. 0.3 to Libya. It is as close as you like. And Greg White is just off the back. We've got 0.8 of a second on lap 4, covering all of the races. Okay, we've only got 5 in the room, but just at that point there, 0.8 of a second covering all 5 races. That is incredible. One little mistake and it is all going to change. It's like a little train, this. Really, really is. Greg losing out a little bit. Finding himself in 5th at the moment. Wheels out front. Ollie trying to close. Libiath is in there, mix too. Oh, Ollie with a 1 second penalty now. That is going to really, 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 really hurt. That is, I was really hoping that we weren't going to get any more penalties, because a 1 second penalty is going to put Ollie right off the back and a lot of work to do. They're all over the curb now. Oh, wheels even through the grass. I don't know if that is going to be a penalty or whether we'll get away with that, but all 4 wheels on the grass there. It's going to have dirty tyres, which is going to compromise me a little bit through this corner. And Ollie closes up massively. David looking for a way through as well. He's not waiting for Ollie to serve that penalty. He wants to get through. Greg looking for the slipstream on Ollie. He knows he's going to get a good run through here. He follows Ollie through. David holds it. Greg White just giving Ollie enough room on the outside there. Up on the curb. Through we go. They'll beeline astern through here. We head up towards the right-hander. Then we've got, left-hander, then the right-hander as we go up towards the chicane. It is Wills that he's still got the lead at the moment. But David, who was down in 4th at one point, now finds himself in 2nd place. And Ollie with a penalty behind that he is going to serve in just a moment. He hits the brakes. Oh, Greg White almost ran into the back of Ollie there. But it is now Ollie on the back. So Wills Racing is 0.2 ahead of David, who's 0.6 ahead of Greg, who's 0.3 ahead of Libiath. And then Ollie, look at how much time he's lost. 1.5 seconds back from a half-second penalty. That just goes to show us tomorrow we do not want to get penalties, because that could be an absolutely race-defining moment. I can't see Ollie managing to get back into this now. Not the way that these guys are racing. David feigning a look on the inside as we go down into the first corner. Wills not having any of it. He's holding his line. Beautiful line through there on the power. Greg White trying for a slightly wider line. Trying to get a faster run. It opens up the corner. You can get on the power earlier and sometimes you can get a run, but it's just such a small run. But no, Greg White goes through on David. Can he hold that? He's going to be on the outside here. But of course, taking the wider line, Greg is going to have the corner going to be opened up a bit. But unfortunately, he was across the grass and had to just drop in behind David. So Greg was last place. He's now doing everything he can to fight his way through. The McGann is quite quick through there. But Greg's not having any of it. He's on the back of David. These 3 very close together. We'll check in with Ollie in just a moment. But I'm just interested to see how the land lies as we come out of the hairpin here. The hairpin even very often will set the order of the race as we go up the hill. It is Wills Racing, who's 0.4 ahead of David, who's 0.2 ahead of Greg, who's 0.5 ahead of Libiath, and Ollie only being able to find a couple of tenths of a second. He's still 1.4 back. No benefit of slipstream in this one at all. So Ollie's got to do all the work himself. He's still got time, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for him to get back into the race here, I think. Unless, of course, one of these guys up front has a little bit of a mistake, of course, and slows everything back. All Wills has got to do is to miss a braking point, miss a turning point, snatch a gear wrong, bump across the curbs a bit too much, and that will absolutely bring Ollie back into it. And that wasn't the tidiest of chicanes from Wills there. And I thought it was 3 wide again through there. Libiath with the inside on Greg. Ollie now closed up to 0.9, so he's almost in slipstream. So I think that little mistake that Wills made, which was barely a mistake, but just not an overly clean chicane, has really given Ollie the opportunity to find his way through. But it is Wills who is still out front. Libiath is pushing, Greg is pushing as well. David is pushing Wills to say, come on mate, let's get on with this. I'm getting backed up into the 2 cars behind. They're all going wide. Libiath taking the tighter line. Ollie is back into this. Ollie 0.1 off the back of Greg. Libya feigning a move to the inside there. He's not going to be able to make that work. That McGann looking very, very good at the moment. I don't know if the tyres are got anything to do with it. I'll share the tyres at this point. We have got Wills on the racing mediums. David is on the racing mediums. Libya is on the softs. Greg White is on the mediums, and so is Ollie. So Libya in the middle of this one in the McGann on the softer tyre. And the softer tyre, it's doing okay. It's not going to be a problem, but that should be a good tyre to win this one. So the two guys up front know that bit of information now. They're going to have to work really hard. Oh, David just going out on the outside there. Wills giving him room. They're side by side again as they head up towards the chicane. David tucks in behind Wills. Libyath is right there. Libyath able to brake a little bit later, get a little bit more off the corners. Hope they've got the radars on. Libyath and David just swapping paint a little bit through there. David comes out in front. Greg White right on the back of Libyath, and Ollie's right there too. I thought that maybe Greg was going to get a move up the inside there. Greg White using all the Astro on the corner. There is only 1.3 seconds covering the whole of the grid here. Just 5 races, but this is really, really close. Really tight. Anybody's race. Oh, Wills out front. David closing really fast into that corner. I don't know if he's gone a bit too deep. He's got away with it if he did. Libyath unable to pounce around this corner. Are they going to open up the corner? They're just going to defend. Wills takes a normal line. He's going really wide on this one. Not as wide as he has been. Kept it out of the grass. Kept it tidy. But again, David with a slipstream closing down to half a second behind. But David has got Libyath all over the back of him. Those soft tyres working hard on the McGann. But Libyath is not quite able to find his way through right now. Ollie has found his way up into 4th. Commentator wrote Ollie off earlier on. That was a silly thing to do. Never write any of these guys off. Ollie up to 4th. Greg finds himself down in 5th at the moment. Wills going really well out front. Tom Ingram would be well happy to see his his reserve driver in the Virtu liveried car. This will be the car that Wills will be running tomorrow. Oh, Wills just moving the car around a little bit there, weaving on track. Don't get too cocky, my friend. They're right there. One little mistake. David's going to pounce. David has had a really solid race in this one. He's steadily come through the pack, and he's reined Wills into 0.4 of a second. Wills kicking up a little bit of gravel there as he went through that corner. And David closing. It's only a 10th or 2. We're on lap 9 of 10 now, so 2 to run. Down into the first corner, hard on the brakes, down through the bump. Go wide, sweep across to the left. Look to try and get the power down as quickly as you can. Look for the left-hander through here as well. Pick up the inside of the curve, and then you're going to be looking and thinking about the right-hander. Do you keep it tight? Do you go wide? Libyath has gone wide. David's tight. Libyath is tight. Ollie's tight. Didn't see Greg on that one. Wills just holding the lead at the moment. There's nothing between these guys, I tell you. Half a second covering the top 3. Greg just falling off the back a little bit of this one at the moment with Ollie. They're 1.6 behind at the minute. I remind you, at one point, there was only 0.8 of a second covering. Oh, Libyath goes for a really late move on David then. David knowing none of it. He went late too. A bit of a swap of paintwork there. David wants this second place. I actually think David wants to win here. It is on. It really is on here. I keep saying one mistake and it will all change, but nobody's making any mistakes. They're hitting every marker, every gear change, every turning point. Beautiful to watch. Wills with a rare mistake on the gravel, big time. Finds himself down in third into fourth. Oh no, right at the end there. Wills is going to have dirty tyres now, and he's got Greg right behind him. Greg making a move up the inside. Greg is going to have the better tyres. They're going to be side by side through the chicane. Greg can't quite find his way through. Oh, Hulky, it is the last one, my friend. I'm completely shattered, and I couldn't do the last one. I was done after that third race. We've got two pulling over to the side. David and Ollie. But it is David out front at the moment. Libiath finds himself into second place. Ollie in third, Greg White in fourth, and Wills, he's now 2 seconds off the lead. As I say that, it goes to 1.7. Don't write him off. Anything can happen. But he was absolutely pushing. I was just saying that nobody was making any mistakes. They were hitting every gear change, every marker, every braking point, every turning point. Then suddenly, commentator's curse kicked in. They don't call me. Oh, I'm not going to say it. You know who he is. Murray Walker. The legend that he is. I feel like him sometimes when I'm commentating and I say, oh, it's all going great, and then suddenly it all goes wrong for the person that I'm watching. Who it's not going wrong for is David out front. David has run a really, really, really mature race. He was off the back at one point. He's slowly and steadily come through the pack, and on the final lap, as we head up towards the left-hand corner, the right-handed corner, he finds himself in first, but only just. Oh, Libiath finds his way through, but David's going to come back underneath. Libiath just going a little bit deep. He's got in the inside for this one. Ollie likes a bit of this as well. It's all changing. Libiath as we head up towards the chicane out front. 0.1 ahead of Ollie, who's 0.2 ahead of David, who's no distance ahead of Greg White, who finds his way through. So David was going so well for so long, but now we are 2 by 2 through here in the chicane. It's all a bit desperate. Greg jumps across, David goes a bit deep. Ollie backs out of that. Oh, we've got all sorts kicking off into the last couple of corners. Greg White with a half-second penalty. Wills suddenly finds himself back at third, and I think he's going to steal second place. He does. Oh, it was clinical until the last couple of corners. Oh my word. Should we have a look and see what happened in those last couple of corners that cost a few people so dear in that one? I thought for a while David had that all sewn up and it was going to happen. But what a last couple of corners. It was all about the chicane and the last effort to try and make some places up. And that wasn't even for points. Imagine what that would be like tomorrow. Oh, Ollie, sorry, David. Think I squeezed you. May well have been what happened on the corner there. Ollie saying sorry, and Ollie did jump out. The result, Libiath in first at 2:07.405. Wills Racing in second at 2:07.476. And then Greg White with a 1 second penalty, dropping him to third at 2:07.565. I suspect that was through the chicane. David dropped to fourth with a little tap from Ollie, possibly. And of course, I was a DNF on that one. But let's come out of there. And I'm going to jump out of the room very quickly. So we are done now, guys. Libiath, there we go. David, driver of the race. Oh, David's saying no, it was his bad. Oh, in some respects, if you've made your own mistake, it feels a little bit better than when somebody has bumped you. But it was really, really good at the end there. We'll have a quick look at the end because it was a really, 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 really tight race all the way to the end. I did love it. Very, 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 very respectful racing all the way through that. And probably, although there was only a few of them in that, probably one of the best races you're going to see around here. Let's do the replay. I'm going to do the chase cam, and I'm going to go on board with Ollie, and we will jump forward a little bit. I want to jump forward a lot. For some reason I can't jump forward see how far back Ollie was there. I don't know how far back he actually was, but I thought he was about 1.6 seconds, absolutely done and never going to get back into this. And he just worked hard and worked hard and worked hard, and he closed up and he closed up and he closed up. And within a fairly short period of time, he was right there. Where are we? Which lap are we on? Let's put some replay options. Can't get the... So we're on lap 9 of 10. Let's just go forward a little bit more. I want to pick up lap 10. So this is when everybody's like starting to run out of time. Wheels was off the back, just trying to close up after being in the gravel. Greg's had a bit of a mixed race in this one. He was been there or thereabouts, and then off the back, and then there and thereabouts, and then off the back, and there and thereabouts, and now back off the back with Wheels. Wheels pushing hard, and you've got the three guys out front that were really racing hard too. Wheels really pushing at this point. Just getting two wheels in the gravel again. Sorry for yawning. Look how tight it is between these three up front here. Ollie weaving around to try and find a way through. He's opened up the corner, which has given them a lovely little run through there. I'll remind you that Libiath is on the racing soft tyres. The others are all on the medium. So Libiath is on the slightly faster tyres. And we're all good through these couple of corners. And then it all starts kicking off. Ollie looking for a way up the inside. Libiath takes a dive to the inside. Goes a little bit deep, but he does get the inside for this one. Then Libiath and David just getting into each other a little bit through that corner, and that put David into the clutches of Greg, and Greg has just got Wheels a little bit off the back of him. So that puts David on the back foot going into this chicane here. Oh, David goes really deep, just gets into the back of Ollie. Greg then has to jump through the chicane. And Ollie, let's just go back. Too much happened in that one. So, just looking at this from Will's point of view, we go into the corner, and I think that Ollie has possibly just squeezed David a little bit into that one. I don't know how you want to call that. That's a tough call, that one. And that put Ollie into a little bit of a slide. David was then unseated and sort of was coming across the track. But Greg then follows Ollie's line through there, but he is all over the curb there, which gives him the half-second penalty. Then Ollie pulls over to the right-hand side to let David through. In the meantime, Wheels comes through, and then just up front, we've got Libiath out in front with Greg just behind. And that was really sort of how that one all unfolded at the end there. So just a little bit unfortunate. And Ollie, I thought I squeezed David. It did look like a little bit of a squeeze. It's the thing is, and this is what we've got to think about for tomorrow, is a move into the chicane. Do you try and go side by side through the chicane, or do you just back out and follow? My take is it's too tight. It's really, really tight through there. And I very rarely get through there without punting somebody off. So for me personally, I'm going to follow through. But that was so tight there, such a tight race. And it really was anybody's. That I don't blame anybody for that. David was trying to get through there. Ollie was trying to get through there. Greg was in the mix as well. He wanted to get through there, and just really, really, really tight. And Libya says, well, David says, 100% my fault. just right there. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's really hard, really hard. I'd, I'd love your thoughts in the chat. I don't know how many more we got watching, but I'd love your thoughts on that one because I wouldn't know how to call that. I really, really wouldn't. And Livia says, I don't care. I won. The whole race was great to be in that close, and it really was really, really tight. Ollie, things happen, David, laugh out loud. We was all so close. Surprised it hadn't happened sooner. Do you know what? I'm amazed those guys actually got through all of that without touching each other at all, because there might have only been a few guys on the track, but boy, it doesn't get much tighter than that. Anyway, thank you ever so much to everybody that's raced with me this evening. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody that has liked the stream. Thank you for getting me to that 5,600 subscribers. Whether it will still be there in the morning, I don't know. We'll see. Fingers crossed. And tomorrow, I'm hoping to be streaming from 8:30 when I'll be joining Hulkie's lobby for the practice leading up to the 3 races. I say 3 races, it's actually 4 because we do a split quali. That sets the grid for the qualifying race. Then we've got race 1, 2, and 3, where all the grid order is set from previous races, plus the last race has got a reverse. But as you saw there, we did get some rain tonight. Is there going to be rain tomorrow? How is that going to affect the strategies? Going to be an interesting one. There's only one way that you're going to find out, and that is by checking in with me tomorrow, 8:30, right here. See you then. For now, take care. Bye.